Yo guys, welcome back to a new YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about update 27 in Blocks Fruits. So WinterKlouds made a video. Shout out to WinterKlouds. Don't want to get copyrighted. I don't know if I'm going to get copyrighted for this video. I have no idea. Guess I have to post it and see what happens, but hopefully I don't get copyrighted. I'm just going to be doing a reaction video in the end, so I don't know. I've seen people do videos reacting on YouTube. Hopefully I can do it. Anyways, none of the rambling. Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. So we're going to get right into it.
From a new underwater island to more fruits being reworked and even a new subclass allowing you to cook. These are just a few of the things.
Okay, so this is going to be update 27. This is what I hope. I hope creation gets a rework, right? Because creation needs a rework real bad. I also hope that they do something with a awakening style for whatchamacallit, gravity, not gravity, bro. Awakening for what fruit is that? Creation. Yeah, creation. Control needs more rework. Creation needs a awakening. That's what I meant to say. My apologies. And then I feel like they need to add another C. I think C4 would be a really sick idea. I feel like we need that. And what else do we need? We need the bounty cap to be at 50 mil. I feel like a bounty cap at 50 mil would be really sick. I feel like the current bounty cap, 30 mil, is a little too less, and a lot of people will probably over exceed that and hit 50 mil, but I think 50 mil would be probably better for a new bounty cap. But let's get right into the video. Let's check it out.
That have been sneaked in the new Blocks Fruits bullets. And in this video, we're going to be going over them all, so you don't miss out any. But before we get to the newest bulletin, yeah, I'm actually 2 weeks behind. So we're going to quickly recap by starting with bulletin number 5. And with this one, there was a lot of stuff that actually went over, but the main thing we have to pay attention to, gears turning, minds racing, and mild constructive criticism. So we can see a picture right here, which shows a Buddha holding a car. And if you pay close attention, there's also little creation ramps in the back.
So the creation ramp, okay, I get
towards a creation awakening type thing. This gets
okay, well, that's what I just said.
Nowadays,
but yeah, I think
wielders treat the world like a live.
I think what we need is a
I've
creation
someone
rework.
ricochet off a wall mid-fight and call it next level tactics. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. But that's not even the most interesting part. I respect creativity, but maybe, just maybe, that power could be used to shape something with a bit more care. Maybe something that could help others move forward, or even let something green take root again. As we know, there are multiple fruits that have awakenings through the mysterious scientists, and creation is one of them. Or I guess not quite yet. If you go to the admin panel with creation equipped, you will see that creation's awakening is coming soon. And based off this description and the picture we're seeing here, it looks like a car could be one of the things we get. I mean, it would make sense. The fruit's called creation, and we get a literal build mode where you're able to build anything. Moving on, another interesting thing that was mentioned was actually during the asking developers part of the blog. Someone named Eternity Ruler asked, when will the remaining
I'm glad that they're listening to the community a little bit more about certain things, because there was a minute where they weren't listening.
There will be an option called West or East Dragon Skins. One of the dragon skins that released months ago was called a Chromatic Eclipse, and the developer said there would be multiple of these skins. However, it's been 5 months and we haven't gotten any more. So to this, they replied, a new chromatic skin is coming soon, and it's not for the dragon fruit. Crazy. The dragon chromatics are still being released. Okay, that's good, but they
new
say
chromatic skin, but not for dragon. What would it be for?
Feedback from the first release. What I'm more interested
in
is what
I'm interested in what it's going to be for.
Obviously, the only other fruit that has ever gotten chromatic skin was the eagle fruit, and then obviously we have the dragon fruit. So what else could be? Like maybe kitsune or yeti, or maybe even a leopard. Who knows, man? Hopefully they release it with the next update. But apart from that, the last interesting thing, the state park reopens. We get a nice picture of some people camping in a state park, and more interestingly, they have a little fire pit with food. There's even a little bit of dialogue.
Imagine you can eat food like Minecraft and heal during PvPs, dude. That'd be sick.
They bolded that to emphasize this, throwing in meats, herbs, and mysterious glowing fruit peels. But devil fruits? And with hints of glowing stew that talks back. I'm not gonna lie, this is a bit confusing, but the first thing that comes to my mind is like a cooking subclass. Now, a lot of you may not know what subclasses are because I've really not many people use them, but if you teleport over to Tiki Outpost, go under the map, specifically at this part right here, and go all the way down in the secret area, you guys will see there is something called a shipwright teacher. This is a subclass that allows you to repair boats, and they really haven't dabbled anything further into this. So I'm curious, could this be hinting at like maybe a cooking subclass that allows you to like heal each other or give each other buffs? Who knows? But that would be dope. That would be dope. Next up, bulletin number 6, and look at this little picture. We got My Game 43 meteors in the background, the world of Blocks Fruits in C3. Now, the first important thing of this one is actually the first one. It's called Boom in the Booth, vendor rattled by a sudden outburst. first. And if you pay attention to this picture, we got a hooded man, a guy selling popcorn, and it looks like the glass here is broken with like light effects. And when reading the dialogue, it says a quiet afternoon at Pirate Village took a sharp turn. Pirate Village, wait, that's in Farsi, right? Yesterday, when a local popcorn vendor's machine erupted during what was meant to be a routine snack sale. All right, now pay attention to that keyword erupted. Moments later, the kernels began rattling before violently bursting open. Okay, another keyword, bursting open. I see where they're going with here. On top of the fact that the title is named Boom in the Boot. I haven't even finished the little blog, a little reading there, but they're going for a bomb rework. Think about it. The first ability on bomb is called targeted bomb. When you shoot this out and
hold on. Man, we do not need a bomb rework. Box fruits, we do not need a bomb rework. What we need is rework on other fruit. Man, don't even worry about the commons, bro. No one's touching the commons, man. No one's touching the commons. No one's using the commons. No one cares about the commons. Stop trying on the commons. Commons and whatever the blue ones are called. Uncommons. No one cares about those fruits, bro. Nobody. Do not upgrade them, man. They do not need it.
Hold it. It looks like
just being honest,
man.
And you let
it go,
they do not need
it explodes. Zoom in on the picture. This looks like it could be targeted bomb right there, or maybe that's just a popcorn. Who knows? I could be thinking too deep into this. Moving up further, another important thing with this next bulletin is this right here: the tides of technique, refining the way of water. If you zoom in on this picture, we can see karate traders and a bunch of students. I think I see where they're going with this. And reading it, it says the shark.
Hold on, all serious conversation. I just broke my chair, dude. All serious conversation, I broke my chair. But dude, they do not need a bomb rework, bro. That's not what they need. What they need is to upgrade the other fruits, bro. They need to upgrade the other fruits, bro. Bomb does not need it. They just upgraded that like 2 months ago, dude. 2 months. I swear, they always try to upgrade fruits they do not need to, bro. Stop. Damn, this game. It's like it doesn't want a community, I swear.
Mortal techniques until
damn,
now. Basic
dude.
Students are now learning the new fluid foundations of water kung fu, while seasoned fighters are continuing holding the fierce precision of Sharkman karate. Those involved with the arts say their movements feel sharper, more focused, like something deeper has awakened in the style themselves. So this all but confirms a Sharkman karate rework, and maybe...
Hear me out. Combat styles? Bro, combat styles get awakenings. This is what we need, Blox Roots. Combat fighting styles gets awakenings. That would be sick, bro. I'm just being honest. Be so tight. Be so tight if they got awakenings, man. Please, Blox Roots, please. Dude. Oh, dude, or it could be like Sanguine Art, bro, but like another version of like Water Sharkman Karate. That would be tight. That would be tight. I'm just being honest. That would be tight. Wouldn't it be? I think they should. I think they should have like awakening style for both those fighting styles. I think that would be sick.
Even a water kung fu rework, which would be like the first V1 that's ever gotten reworked in the game. That's crazy. But it's got me wondering, are they going to do it the same exact way they did with Uza? So obviously we have the new dragon talent, but on top of that, whenever you switch over, you have an upgrade option.
Bro, who's blowing up my phone right now?
I like where they're going with it. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. They finish up this water kung fu part of the blog post by saying a sign, perhaps, that the tides of battle are shifting and that even the oldest styles still have room to evolve. I'm willing to bet that the fact that they mentioned water kung fu in that blog post is no coincidence. They plan on revamping everything, even V1s and V2s.
Dude, get water kung fu out of here. We do not need that fighting style upgrade.
And then we also have a bunch of asking the developers questions. None of which
we need a C4. There's nothing for C4 yet.
The next thing is actually a potential sneak into the next rework fruit. The fighter who
you're lying.
I have a picture of some guy getting like Mike Tyson punched.
Dude, can we please?
It doesn't look like anything crazy that we can get from this picture.
Can we please not stop reworking fruits? We need a C4. You need more content, dude. We don't need more fruits. We don't need it. Bro, last fruit you added, Yeti. Broken. Absolutely broken. We do not need more fruits. What we need is a C4. Please. Bro, I swear I'm going to lose. Bro, they're probably going to... What are they going to add next, bro? What are they going to add? Dragon version 2? Awakening Dragon? Like, what? Like, what else? What other, like, beast fruits are they going to put in this game that makes this game broken? Because the last couple of fruits that they added, I don't know if, I think the last fruit they added was Yeti. And it was absolutely broken. Like, it wasn't even playable. Like, please stop. Dude, like, please. Please. Bloxfruits, if you're not here listening to this, can we please stop adding more fruits to the game? What we need, seriously, is a C4, more content. Please, Bloxfruits, if you're watching, please.
Sure, it just looks like this guy's getting packed, but he does have bandages on his right arm and his left arm. As for the description, it says locals say he never wins. Not at first. A lone fighter covered in scars and wrapped in faded bandages has been spotted challenging arena goers one by one.
I thought it said arena gooners, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. That's how brain rot I am. That's fine.
I think we all know where this is going. Based on that little story, I think the fruit that's gonna get reworked next is none other than the pain.
You're fucked.
It makes complete sense. In this story here, it says the
You're lying, right? Why? Why the... Why is the pain fruit getting reworked? We do not need reworked pain. We do not need that. Bro, get that fruit out of the game. We do not need that, bro. Oh my god, my hair is so messy. We do not need reworked pain. We do not need it. What we need is not reworked pain. That's for sure, dude. Pain sucks, dude. Get that fruit out of the game. No one likes using it, bro. Bro, I swear this game's gonna make me so mad. This game's gonna give me an aneurysm, bro. It's just bro. Why the pain fruit, bro? Doesn't make any sense.
Fighter is covered in scars and wrapped in bandages. He never wins a fight without getting beaten down first. In other words, he has to take pain in order to dish it out. Low-key
no, I don't care. Like that fruit gives me pain when I use it, bro. It's a pain in the dick,
bandages. Dude. Like
that
this
fruit
is
out
literally the pain fruit, 100%. So far we've
no
all
one cares. Don't tell me.
Pain rework and
Winter,
a Sharkman karate rework.
Please, I get it. You're doing your videos and stuff, and I'm watching. And I love your videos, man. If pain's getting reworked, I don't want to hear about it.
Another rework
don't want to hear it.
Which I'm not mad about.
Control needs a rework, not pain. They just did it.
Wrapping up bulletin number 6, we have Last Campfire Chronicles Into the Wild. It's a guy holding a potion, and he actually has a buff. He has green ore around him, and there's even another guy in the background that has it, but his potion is red, and he has red arrows pointing up. Now, reading it,
I'm colorblind. I didn't even know that was red.
Campers at the state park are venturing deeper into the forest, returning with strange herbs, rare meats, and recipes they refuse to share. Am I just a genius or what, bro? I swear I'm a genius. We get in the cooking subclass, ladies and gentlemen, or something similar to that. And based off this description,
bro, we need a C4, not cooking, bro.
Recipes in order to craft potions, which we can use. This is
you do not need cooking lessons in Bloxfruits.
This could change the tide of PvP. If you're able to make certain potions that give you buffs, maybe like damage or defense.
Okay, that would be sick. PvP would be so different.
This could change PvP forever, man. But that is it for
PvP would be so different.
Now it's time to get to the newest bulletin. Bulletin number 7. Now the first section of this bulletin is titled Lore Deep Dive, The Secrets of Tiki Outpost. Okay, so we're probably gonna go deeper on that other thing they talked about. Tiki Outpost was once alive with laughter and music. Lanterns above moonlit markets.
They're gonna add another island. They're gonna add another island.
When icy colds came, it vanished. Based off this picture of Tiki Outpost,
it looks like it'll be
some sort of underwater thing. Wait,
yeah, that's
what?
bro,
so
exactly.
Right now,
so there's a submarine at Tiki Outpost right now. There is a submarine at Tiki Outpost, and I bet that submarine is gonna take you underneath the water, and it'll be another island, or hopefully C4. That's what we need, man. We need is another C, bro. That would be sick. Because there's too many islands on 3rd C. That would be tight though. If there was a C4 and you just went through the submarine to go to C4, that's how you went there. Tight. That'd be so sick.
Over to this left side over here, there's gonna be this subport 1 area right here. This has been in the game for a very long time now. But
this is the submarine I'm talking about.
And it looks like based off this, we're gonna have some sort of undersea.
Hold on, let me go back for you guys, because I kind of forgot to switch it.
Vanished. Based off this picture of Tiki Outpost, it looks like they're gonna add some sort of underwater thing. Wait,
that'll be so tight, bro.
Right now, if you go to Tiki
Please
Outpost,
do it, man.
To this left side over
we
here,
need.
there's gonna
that's
be
the more content that I'm talking about. That's what we need, bro. More content.
For a very long time now, but they haven't done anything with it yet. And it looks like based off this, we're gonna have some sort of underwater type thing. Okay. Now with the Eagle Tyrant defeated, hope stirs once more. The chief of Tiki Outpost believes deeper truths lie below. So we're probably gonna have something similar to First Sea, where we have underwater underwater city. Most likely we'll get a higher level cap, and we'll have to level down there. What else do
That'd
we
be
got?
tight.
Rangers report food as ritual. Okay, we got a nice little picture of a guy eating, and he has a nice little health buff aura around him. After a long day clearing brush and hauling supplies, one camper, still bruised from a rough fall, decided to wind down the old-fashioned way by cooking dinner
That would be
over a
so
campfire
tight.
using only ingredients forged earlier that day. I see. Okay, I think I know where they're going. Right now in the game, they have bushes, which actually gives you a lot of different things, such as berries.
Like you would cook food, bro.
Red cherry berry. Maybe
like
they're gonna make it to
cooking,
where bushes can spawn
cooking
food now.
food,
It'll be
and then
fine.
you're
There's also this
eating like
interesting part that says,
Minecraft,
have your say,
PvP,
community poll
Minecraft, eating.
inside. What matters most to you as a player? Oh, we're getting
That'd be
to
sick,
vote for
dude.
me? Okay. You know, let me go ahead and place my vote. What do you want to see in blocks? Fruits? New fruits?
Bro, why is new fruits and fruit reworks on the list in the first place? We do not need that. Get this out of here, right? Get this out of here. We need C4, island reworks, grinding revamp. No, we don't need that. New subclasses, fighting styles, guns and swords. I feel like we don't really need that. More
Fruit
titles.
reworks?
I
C4
don't really
island
care about
reworks?
titles.
Okay.
More races would be sick. Aura colors and customization, yes. Cruise 2.0, don't know what that means, but that would be pretty tight. There's bounty and leaderboard rework. I feel like they should make it 50 mil. I already said that, so yes, we need that. Raid bosses like Leviathan, don't really care about raid bosses too much. Daily and weekly missions, I think that would be actually really tight. Like, more bounty you get if you do like a daily mission or something like that and you get bounty for doing that. The prestige system, like
Subclasses?
prestige
Man, there's a
system
lot
would
of
be,
good
I'll
stuff.
be at a
First
sweat
off,
at
I'm gonna
that.
go
I'm
with
not gonna
new
lie.
fruits. We're gonna go with C4. That'd be
Okay,
lit.
thank
And
you,
last
thank
but
you,
not
thank
least,
you,
I think
Mr.
most importantly,
Winters.
we need mobile
Thank you.
controls, bro. That's gonna really change the game since like 50%.
No, nobody cares about the mobile players. Get that out of here. Nobody cares about mobile players. Please, nobody
The
cares.
player base is mobile. And now
Nobody
we have the
cares.
final part of the 7th
Nobody
bulletin. The
cares.
legacy boss overhaul has begun. And based
I'm
on
just
the
kidding.
picture, you guys
Mobile
can see
players,
these
you
are
guys
the
are,
3
you have my
boss changes they've
respect.
done
I
recently.
respect
In the
you
middle
guys.
being
You
Chef,
guys are on the
Orbitus
grind
left,
for real,
and
for real.
Cyborg on the right. And looking in the back, we can see a bunch of shadows, assuming they're going to rework other bosses. And actually, if you read through the text, it says, this is just the beginning. Our goal is to make every boss feel like a true part of the world's story, with battles
Like
that stand
using
out not just
AI?
in difficulty, but in character, theme, and experience. So
Imagine
that's
using-
basically a wrap
Aw,
of
what?
all of the bulletin info we have. And until next week, we won't know anything else. Looks like based off everything.
Man, that's crazy. That was a good video. That was a really good video. If you guys like watching these type of videos, let me know in the comment section. If you guys want to see more Roblox content or just blocks roots in total, then let me know in my comments. Thanks guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and you guys have a good one. Peace.